Hello, guys, and welcome to the morning Howdy. And like every morning, Howdy. So today's subject is I wanted to talk about fitness and health. And these are one of the main things that started my growth educationally. Is me wanting to become a stronger me, to be able to do things that I see people can do that I can't do. And as we're kids, we all want to walk. It's just something we do, but we see everyone else walking. We're kids. We learn to do things like that, and we learn to run, and then we learn to climb. And it's these little things, we stepping stones to who we are today, and how we take little things like that and become stronger. But with health as well, we can go every day, staying away from danger, making sure we don't get ourselves filthy, making sure we wash our hands, doing little things like that is a big part. But we start to find health as a more thing when it comes to how you eat. It's more of a health concern than things that just kind of happen in the air. For examples, I live in Houston, and that is like one of the most obese cities in the United States. There's a fast food restaurant on every corner. Everyone after school wants to go to Whataburger or McDonald's. Like they have these places and they're all fast food. They're all burgers. I can't even, like, where are the fruits? Where are the vegetables? Where's everything I want and need? But we all get these burgers and these fries, and then we go in our cars, and then we go to one place and sit, and then we go to the next place to sit. And then what are we actually doing to, like, get our hearts pumping? A lot of us are in sports. We all have some activities that are very active. But, sometimes we find ourselves doing things that we don't even realize that are just, like, we're super unproductive and not really bettering ourselves, per se. For example, people in the past, the way to survive was to be strong. You had to be a really good hunter. You had to be able to run fast to catch your prey. All these factors is like we were animals ourselves. And then we think about present day. We don't really got to do much to get the things we need. So we actually end up doing less. We end up doing less work. We end up being less active. So we find ourselves in more of these potato states where we're not doing much. You could say, oh yeah, I always go out, I always do things, but okay, you go to one thing and then you drive to one place, right? And then you say you barely walk around in the store, and then you go back in your car and you sit down for like 30 minutes and drive to the next place. And then you kind of like barely walk around, not doing much, not having to exert yourself and use these forces to get these things that is how we were meant to do, And it's crazy because people don't even realize the difference of how it used to be. Like, if we were just to picture ourselves, right, but we stand still, it's like a music video, and everything else is going past us, and we're just kind of like in the middle, just barely moving, and we're standing still. Like, we kind of do that today because we find ourselves not really doing these observative things. We're always in like a chill state. We're always just too comfortable. We're always too comfortable doing comfortable things. And I'm not saying, like, because there's a lot of people doing sports, there's a lot of people saying their times, but think about the people who go to the 8 to 8, they work to 12 hours a day, or they actually work hard, right? Or they go to the office. This is what I'm really towards. They go to the office, right? They go to the office, they end in the office, or people who work in restaurants are always behind something. They're not moving much. They're not really having to run. But there's people who are outside. But even people who work outside, doesn't mean anything. There was a cable guy who was trying to install this Xfinity into our house. Both of them, man. One looked like he was like he wanted to put on weight and try to get a little muscle on the side, but he was still a little chubby. And this other guy, man, you could just tell. It doesn't matter. You go outside and you're doing things, and like you have to exert yourself. You have to exert the energy. You have to burn it. You have to use the fuel that is that's inside you that we use. And if we don't use that fuel that is given to us and that we create for ourselves through different types of amino acids breakdowns and chemical burnings and all that little scientific stuff. It all plays a part to the growth and not the growth. Well, you have an increase of something, and that's something that should be burned, and that's why people get fat. That's why people end up being lazy, because those things that happen whenever you're in a state of not being active. You need to have a state where you can constantly grow the fuel, the chemical react. That's why we eat. We eat to have fuel. If we don't eat, we don't exert that fuel. We store it. We store it for later, and then say if you go to the gym and you work out, and that's why people who usually work out, they tend to eat more. Like they don't. Even if you compare someone who works out and someone who doesn't, they eat the same amount. The person who doesn't work out is gonna have that excess amount of fat, and we find ourselves not exerting ourselves as we should be, so we don't get into that state where we get lazy, we start gaining weight. Like I be seeing too many men with like girl titties, dude. Like come on, like a couple push-ups at least. Like be able to defend the people around you. Like anything can happen, and you should be able to, act accordingly to whatever is in front of you. But it's not. Some people don't care. Some people say it doesn't matter. And it's true. Sometimes your looks don't matter. It doesn't matter anymore that one person has a six-pack and one person doesn't. I agree with you. It really doesn't. But this is the topic of today. And I live in Houston, and I see too many people. And I see myself when I was younger, I would always be playing football. Like for kids who actually go outside and they're always running, having fun. They tend to not be overweight like some people. Some people, they don't ever do nothing. And it's worse when they get older, because when they get older, they find themselves in the jobs. And, but think about, so let's think about the people who do work out. Because there's more people working out today than there has been than recently. There's so much more advertisement into the gyms. For example, there's the LA Fitnesses, there's the Lifetime Fitnesses, there's the Fitness Connections 24-hour, then the Gold's Gym. You have they have gyms just for women. They have gyms for neighborhoods. Everything has a gym now. Gym is more advertised. It's more accepted than before, and more people know about lifting. More people know about the secrets to know how to do things like. And they see in examples, they see from their superstars, like their favorite athletes, for example. They see and they get to witness it themselves. You got the videos. You got personal trainers at gyms. It wasn't like you just only had a couple friends who were young, and then you end up growing older, just to find out that like none of you ever decided to work out, and you always just been in that little group, and your whole group is a bunch of little chubby people. But like it's okay there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being yourself. There's nothing wrong with being healthy. There's nothing wrong with not choosing that lifestyle. But only if it doesn't affect your health. If it's affecting your health, these are the steps you should be taking. You should be taking the opportunities at every corner outside your neighborhood. There's going to be a gym. There's going to be an LA Fitness. There's going to be a 24-hour. These are things that are put here, and then the people who are watching this video, I'm more than sure you have a gym right next to you. And think about how luxurious that is, that you have that equipment there. And not many places in the world have that nice equipment, trust me, and have the opportunity to be around other people who are also, you have like, when you go to a gym, there's other people, you have motivation around you. You're not the only one. You see other people, you're going to see people weaker than you. You're going to see people stronger than you, bro. And then, don't be scared to talk to people. I always talk about, don't be scared. Everyone's like us, man. Everyone wants the best for themselves. We all have the same goals. That's why everyone's the same. You shouldn't be afraid to talk to someone who's just like you, bro. I know there are people who are completely different from you, bro. But we're all the same. We're all the same. And the availability of fitness is the most it's ever been. And it's like taking a whole new step into our own evolution. Because soon after, generations and generations and generations, the gym itself and like the availability of it, there's gonna be somehow improvement in the future, just like how we've always had some type of improvement. People are gonna should have better ways of getting their nutrients. So think about all the supermarkets out there, and think about all the luxury we have from getting our nutrients. There's HEBs, right, around. Everyone has like if you're in Texas at least, there's always an HEB everywhere. And you got your Walmarts, you got your Targets, all your little food stores are everywhere. Everyone has a store near their neighborhood. They should at least. And it's so easy to get all these different types of nutrients, and it's easy. It's quick. It doesn't take long to do it either. And we should be grateful for that too. We should be grateful that we can get all the fruits that are available to eat like are right next to us. We don't have to like go to another country to grab this fruit. It's been shipped to us, and like all these other things have been shipped to this one place. And we should be like, we take advantage of that sometimes because we go to the store and we don't even get everything. What the hell? We have all this opportunity and you're only grabbing the potato chips and the sodas. The sodas, okay, this is actually what I was going to get into. So let's talk about health a little bit more before we get back into fitness. So what are the bad things in health that are happening today that we don't realize? Okay, for example, there are the sodas. They taste so good for you, right? But what do they do for you? They do, in a sense, quench your thirst, right? It's not bad to have one, right? It's not bad to have one. I'm not saying you can't have a Coke. And I will drink soda any day, but I won't drink them in packs. I won't drink only soda a day. Not because it's like expensive or nothing, but it's just because you're not. It doesn't feel good to drink soda all day. And to me, that would make me sick to my stomach if I drank soda all day. I don't know to you, but after a workout and trying to chug a soda instead of a water, I would spew right then and there if I did that, you know? And soda is just kind of like, you know, people who drink, people who tend to be soda drinkers too because they like a little rum and Coke, you know? They like to mix their drinks in something, you know? A little whiskey and a little Dr. P. So, like, people like to do that. People like to have a little drink. It's okay, but there's people who just have the 2 liters, right? And then they're playing their Xbox. They're having a good time. And throughout the day, they don't even realize all they drank today was Coke. You got to wash that Coke out, man. You gotta wash that Coke through your system, man. I promise you, soda is a silent killer, man. Silent killer. It messes up. I think it would mess up your appetite. It could make it where you eat more. I don't know, but to me, soda is not good for the appetite. It is nice to have every now and then, but nothing is better than some water. I'll tell you that. I used to drink soda all the time. I didn't know any better. I used to have a refrigerator full of sodas. I had I went all the way to the orange sodas, like I think they were the Sunkiss, the grape sodas. I had Dr. P, Sprite, Mountain Dew. I had the root beer. It was the Dr. Pepper and the Coca-Cola, and then I always had, for some reason, had some Pepsi, some root beer. I had the Sprite. What else kind of sodas did I freaking have? I had the Powerades. I had all the drinks. I never drank water, bro. I swear, I was running off the walls, bro. People couldn't find me. I'll just be hanging from the ceiling, I'll just be hanging there and be like, how the hell you get there? So I was like, I had like four Dr. Peppers, and I decided to mix a little root beer and a grape soda mix. And I'm like 5 years old. 5 years old, I drank like 5 sodas and equivalent to like 10 minutes. Yeah, man. It's not good in the long run. It's not good. It's a sign, like, you don't think about it sometimes. And then there's fast food. People can just drive. Like I said about the availability of food, it's so easy to go get food, but some people are too lazy to go to the supermarket. You know how many people don't go to the supermarket and just don't make anything at home? A lot of people A lot of people don't like to go to the supermarket and make their own food. I'm telling you, people will just go to the fast food store every day. They're not getting their pyramid of vegetables. You know, they don't got all the colors of the rainbow coming in their esophagus. So, and it's just they go to Whataburger, they go to some restaurant, and then they just do that every time. You just sit, you go to the next place and you sit. You go back home and you sit. You're just sitting. You don't gotta work. It's bad for the health. You gotta. I don't know. To me, it sounds like bad for the heart to have that restriction, to like not be moving, to not be like, pumping. You know, we're constantly pumping. Think about it. Always moving, and then we're not moving. It doesn't make too much sense to me. And it's so easy to get all the good stuff. It's so easy. There's nutrition depots. They're, everywhere. There's a place to get, like, they got them at H-E-B now. You can get the protein shakes. You can get all the little supplements you need. Like, if you don't want to eat all the vegetables, you can just take these supplements, and these supplements will give you all the great vitamins. The men's 1-a-day gummy bears. If you just eat your gummy bears, bro. Get a men's vitamin gummy bear. If you have a problem eating good, and just try to do something for yourself and get a little healthier, for all you chubby chasers, chasing to the next Whataburger or the Jack in the Box, you know what I'm saying? I be eating Whataburger sometimes though. I'm not gonna lie. I do have fast food sometimes. But sometimes that's the only option. And that's why it's good to have it there. Sometimes you're on the road. Like I drove to Florida, right? Where am I gonna go in the middle of Louisiana, Alabama? I don't know. I'm gonna have to stop at McDonald's, man. I'm gonna have to stop somewhere. I'm gonna eat something, or a gas station, get some nuts, right? There's no other option. I brought food with me, but I eat a lot. And I'm not having a full course meal in the car. So it's really good to have them there for people who are on there. That's why they call it fast food. If you're in a rush or you just need something fast and to go, and don't make it it's not supposed to be an everyday thing. It's supposed to be there. It's called fast food for a reason. But and it's crazy how it's so easy to grow the crops now. They put steroids in the crops. They're putting steroids in the livestock. And then we can even have steroids ourselves. And medicine itself. You can take thyroid, like you get steroids and stuff. That's legal. You can, so it can help you. And then it's crazy how that's like an improvement. Sports say it's cheating. It is. I think it's cheating. It's not just you. It's like a supplement. Not everyone's taking the supplement, so it puts other people at a disadvantage. I get that. That's why it's not supposed to be like that. But it's there. Like, we all know steroids is a thing. We all know people are fine after taking steroids. Some people don't get affected, but a lot of people do get affected by steroids, and they make it an everyday thing. And it's not. I believe steroids is very good for people who, say, for an example, break their leg, right? And you're in the recovery process, right? And say you take some type of steroid to help the muscles rebuild, right? You help the muscles rebuild because they weren't working. There's physical therapy and you work your way up. But what if you had that muscle tear, like the damage in, say, 'cause I had partially tore my knee sometime, but I was able to strengthen up what I tore, right? It was like the muscle. It was a little muscle. It was like a little tear, but I was able to repair it. It was repairable. I knew it was. I knew my body could do it. I trusted myself. I said, if I do this and I start slow and I focus, I put my mind to my leg and make sure my body knows what's going on, and just focus and concentrate on it, it took my time and I got back to where I used to be. Not at my peak, but I got back at the level where I should be at. I only improved from there. But once I got there, once I was able to know, I never took steroids. I'm not saying I took steroids, but I'm saying for people who had it worse than I did, and they need that extra little thing. I would say, yeah, freaking take some, fix your leg, man, get back to where you need to be. People who are gonna take steroids, it makes more things grow than just your muscles. It'll make a lot of things grow without your control. You put something in you to make you grow. What if it makes something else? You don't have control over that. It might make your pee-pee big. I guess you can be happy about that. But what if it makes your freaking boobies fucking lopsided, or your stomach stick out all awkwardly, or really like your liver is like 10 times bigger, and you have some problem like in the future that you don't even know about. Like things like that happen where like steroids are they're no good. It's not good. And the crops, I just ate a jumbo sized avocado the other day. Jumbo, man. This thing was huge. Freaking huge. I've never seen an avocado. I got it from the store. It was like $1 for it. And I'm pretty sure they put some special freaking steroids in their crops, or sprayed it with some special magic leprechaun spray that they got from the livestock. And I don't even know, man. Because it's like every berry's perfect, it doesn't, nothing seems, everything always comes to perfection. Always comes, it's always the same way. There's never anything wrong with it. And it's like, it's always so, it's repetitive. It's like almost too perfect. For some reason we're still fat. For some reason we're unhealthy. We're unmotivated to do these things. So then we think about the future. What is it going to be like in the future? Is it going to get worse? Are we going to have to do less in the future? And we're going to be doing less, and so it's actually going to increase. But like, people are always going to be working out, right? But there's always going to be people not doing anything either. Are they just going to end up being even like that majority is just going to grow exponentially itself? Or is it going to shrink, and then more people are going to get more, they're going to want to do more and play a part, and like the availability of all this good stuff is only going to increase unless something bad happens. We're not thinking if anything bad happens. We're thinking if only the good, only how we can improve. If we improve more, how can getting food be any easier? If it's like right next door. It doesn't make sense. Maybe the transportation could be better to get food to one place. It could be faster to grow, right? Faster to distribute. Because they can't really be faster to your mouth, right? Once it's at the store, it's already close enough, right? You can't, no one's gonna, it's not gonna, there's no way they're gonna have a tube set to every freaking house like this. Everyone's gonna have a tube, and they just press a button on their house, and their tubes go in the tube. Everything in the air is just a tube now, and the food is just getting shot everywhere, like perfectly directed in the direction. You say you want a freaking ice cream, you type in and you pay, and then a fucking ice cream, it goes and like lands in your arm, and you're eating ice cream all of a sudden. No, there's no way they could strategically do that and like hope that nothing bad's gonna happen. No. It's only the transportation. That's the only thing. The faster they can grow it is probably something with some type of special chemical or some type of special soil, but it's already growing fast enough, seeing how all of us can get whatever we want whenever we want. And it's awesome. It's awesome. When I look about it and I'm talking about it now, it is awesome. And let's talk about the light on me. Isn't this so nice? I'm getting the light on me. It's making me feel good. I don't think it's blinding. I'm absorbing that. I don't think the sun's blinding anymore. Unless I'm staring right in it. Don't stare in the sun, man. Don't do that. But like, the sun's good for you. Don't just push it away. Don't hide from it. It's never good. Never good to hide from the sun. We need the sun. And that's another thing. We stay away from the sun more. We're not going outside. Even if we go outside, like I said, we're in a car, or we go to a place and then we're in a building. We're not getting the sun. We're not getting the heat. We're always temperature controlled. And the cold is good for us. The cold is good for us as well. Like taking a cold shower or like an ice bath. We need the cold and we need the heat. When we're too hot, we're going to need the cold. And when we're too cold, we're going to need the heat. And if we're always in that medium, I guess you could say we're always in a perfect state. I guess so. But sometimes, whenever I'm like working out, I need to get heated up. I need to get that warmth in me, that like when you take a deep breath and you really get that oxygen in you, and you're just like, you start just getting, like, I guess you could say, pumped up. You need the heat. It's something that's good for us. It motivates us. We need that motivation to strengthen us, or mentally, emotionally we can be strengthened by a lot of things. And we can be cold, so like we get too hot, or like, say you wanna like be comfortable to where you want to sleep, and you like when it's a little cold. You like that little breeze, and it's cold is so weird to me, because what is hot and what is cold? We obviously have a perception of it, and we make it what we know it is today. But if we can go so low in cold and then so high in heat, it's so crazy that we're in this middle part of hot and cold. And we think, like, say, what's it called? Like 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, that's what we call it. It's like cold. It's super cold. But if you put that to the scale of, if you go into space or go to another planet, the temperature drops so really dramatically. But if you can, to our scale, if you put how cold can something get to how hot something get, it seems like it always just gets hotter, and the cold kind of just stops at a certain point. I've never seen something that goes to the negative of a millionth of coldness. I've never seen something like that. I've never read upon anything like that, but I've seen something be like 2 billion degrees Celsius, the super sun, massive. You know what I'm saying? Like, things can get super hot, and it's like we're at this weird balance where to us it can get too hot too quick, and then too cold too quick. But we just put on a jacket, we put on some sweats, and we're good. We're good to go. I started fitness when I really thought about fitness itself. So I'm gonna say, like, when I first started going to the gym, I was like 13, 14. So I started going to the gym, and it was like towards the end of middle school, like seventh grade summer. I started 8th grade. Not a lot. I was starting. That's when I first was like, I want to go to the gym. I want to get big. I want to be like my older brother. I was like, I want to be like all the strong people I've seen. What am I gonna like? I always thought to myself, what am I gonna be like when I'm 21? And I always pictured myself being this chiseled chinned, masculine man. Sometimes when I look in the mirror, I still see myself without the beard. The beard just kind of hiding that chin. But yeah, you image yourself. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not happy to her. I mean, I didn't picture what I wanted to be. When I just became more realistic of what life is, I accepted what life is and how it happens. And there's no just becoming something. You are who you are, and you don't just become, you don't become taller than you're gonna be, and you don't become like some 300 pound mountain man that is the Hulk. You can't just become real life Hulk. You can take steroids, and I ain't gonna take no steroids. Like, I'm not trying to like get to that level. I want to do it myself, just like how everyone before me did it. I mean, I guess that's how the future goes. What if in the future more people do end up doing steroids, or this new type of pill, and everyone's getting bigger, and it just becomes the norm? What if steroids became the norm, but wouldn't that just be a big health factor? Or what if they made it into where it's not longer a health factor anymore, and they actually cured it? They cured all the side effects from all the steroids, and then steroids was just like the new thing, so everyone's getting bigger, so which only makes people smarter. Not just smarter. I mean, you could say there's so many dumb people who, like, if you think of anything that improves you, like steroids, like, say they have a pill that makes you like literally smarter, like they make you think a certain way. If something can make your muscles grow, why can't they have a certain pill that will fight this disease? What is the next thing gonna be? That's what I'm trying to speculate. What is the next thing that's gonna be? We don't know. We don't know what the next thing is gonna be 50 years from now. We're gonna have to wait and see. We don't know what goes on day to day. We can only we can only shoot for those good goals and try to make it happen. We can talk about them. We can talk about these things. And it's always cool. It's always very cool to get ideas out there and work on them. To actually work on them is the best part. Because even if you fail, you know you tried and you actually did what you said you were gonna do. There's like trees out, and it's not because it's getting dark. It's because now, like, how the sun is, it's like hitting the tree. So now I'm not like basking in the sun anymore. But I kind of miss it already. But even though it's still there, and like there's been drugs, and drugs play a big part in your health. And you could get really unhealthy with it, and you can lose all your weight. You can lose everything you've ever done because you took drugs. You gotta really focus on your health and your fitness. You gotta know what you put in you. You gotta be aware of it, and then just take note on what's good for you, and why aren't you eating the things that are good for you? Is it because you don't like it? Is it because no one buys it? Is it because you never tried it? You ask yourself questions about these things. Why am I not drinking? Why am I not eating blueberries and freaking strawberries with a little bit of peanut butter, and like I'm put a little secret sauce on there, like doing something that's so tasty. Have you ever had a strawberry? Everyone's had a strawberry, but you have like a grape or like a blueberry. You have other fruits, and you like put them in your mouth at the same time, right? You're not just eating one thing. You like kind of like put you eat a little strawberry or a piece of it, and then you like, before you like swallow, you put like more fruit in your mouth so you can get that mixed flavor, and like it tastes so good. Why aren't you doing those things instead of eating a bag of chips? Like, fruit is so good. Like, I don't know why aren't people just going around eating bags of fruit instead everyone's eating a bag of chips or some hot Cheetos and all that. Like, I'd rather have freaking fruits all day. Like, have my own little avocado bucket, and I'll just eat my avocado bucket and rock around, and like have a gallon of water too. Like, I fell in love with buying these jumbo size avocados, man. Those things are good as fuck, and they're dank. I was like, holy, well, I was like Mexico's on their shit, because I just started buying just the whole ones because I was like, I'm cooking more at home, and I was like, damn, this shit is dank. I've been buying more fruit. Like, I bought like the guava, the ones with a bunch of seeds in them. Like, I never really bought those. I started eating those. I always get the blackberries, the raspberries, the strawberries, the blueberries. When it comes to, I get the pineapples, I get the mangoes. Like, if I feel like I'm balling or something, I'll buy some dragon fruit or some crazy fruit I've never seen. I'll be trying all these things, and like I bought some kiwi the other day. Freaking cut that with the spoon, just eating some kiwi. I got the tangerines. You ever seen those pictures with the thing of fruit and people draw it? I got that at my house, man. Talk about drawing it, I'm gonna eat that. Now hold up, I'm almost done. No, man, I'm hungry. I'm eating that. No, screw you, man. You're just gonna have to pretend that you're painting what you see, okay? Just pretend what you saw, because it's gone now. It's all gonna be gone. We're not leaving no fruit. No. And it's crazy that fruit can spoil so fast and some things don't. It's because there's good with the bad. Why? It's like, it sucks. It goes away so fast, because you gotta eat it when it's there. You gotta eat it when it's good. You gotta live your life when it's your opportunity to live your life. Don't wait in the bag and be those potato chips, and that, finally someone opens you up, right? Your bag of chips. Finally, someone's opening you up, and you get eaten in 10 minutes, right? You waited all this time just for a 10-minute spoil session, Instead, you can be a bag of fruit you've been growing. You took your time, and no one lets you spoil. No one lets you, the fruit isn't waiting forever. The fruit, once it's plucked, it does what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to feed. You make these things, and like, fruit make more fruit so they can make more fruit. They have seeds, and if it's not being consumed, it's being wasted, right? So think about that. It's not good to waste. That's why you don't waste your food, because it's there for a reason. Life doesn't. We don't pre-create life for there not to be a lot more life after. Now, I'm not talking about eating people. I'm talking about the logic of it. Plants make more plants to make more plants. Right? They make the berries. We eat them. We distribute the more berries. There's fruits. There's things where you don't eat the seed. like an avocado, you just throw the seed out. The only way to get to that avocado is to open the avocado, and then what are we just supposed to eat the avocado? No, you're supposed to eat the inside, and then you got the seed, plant the seed. Little things like that we don't do, but that's what we should be doing. If we're gonna, I don't know about all this. I'm not a freaking farmer, you know. I don't know all the methods, but I could figure them out. We can all figure anything out, and we can all do things that are gonna help our health and help the future. And let's get back into fitness. Like, we go to the gym and we got all these machines. We can do any type of lift. We can hit all the different types of muscles. You know, we got the instructors. We got the YouTube videos. And like, say you look at yourself in the mirror, you can literally just say, oh, I want bigger shoulders. All you got to do is one or two things. You could just go to the gym and work on the shoulder machines that are called shoulder machines, or you could go to a YouTube video, look up the best ways to hit shoulders, or you could go to Google and you could look up all shoulder workouts, and then you do them yourself, and you decipher what you were shown, and you keep doing what you feel like is best for you. Because there's some workouts that people do that just don't feel right to me. I don't feel the same things they feel, and I don't know if it's a certain reason, but we all have our personal preferences, and we all grow. We end up growing the same way. It's just like we all have different methods to a lot of things, like different styles. There's different styles working out, you know, and not everyone looks the same. Not everyone is built the same. And it's not because not everyone build up the same way. It's just that's how we are. Not everyone is the same. Not everyone's the same weight. Not everyone's at the same strength or the same height, or definitely not the same bone structure. Because I be seeing some, you know, it's just what it is. What it is. That's how it is, and that's the unique thing from it. And we have that choice to, we have that choice to look in the mirror and say, I want some. You look in the mirror, start pumping your chest. I want some chest, and it's like all of a sudden you like grow some chest. And it's just like it's just there, you know. No, you gotta work for it. You gotta work for what you get, and you know, the only way to do that is to, obviously, before you go to the gym, try to get some knowledge before you do anything. Say you're devising a plan to capture a building, right? And it's your loved one in there, but like, you know, there's guards, right? You know, someone who captures someone is gonna have someone who's gonna defend what they captured. You know, that's just how it is. And then you devise a plan. The only way to devise a plan is by acquiring knowledge. And once you acquire that knowledge, then you can set up the game plan. So it's like you take steps to do anything. And these are the steps you do to, when you look in the mirror and you say, oh, I want to be like this. You know, people I want to be big, right? That's the only thing they think in their mind. I want to be like that guy. You know, they don't like look at themselves and they're like, they don't picture themselves. They don't see themselves. They don't see how that's gonna happen. How are my biceps gonna get bigger? You could just say, I want to be bigger like him. Go to the gym, and then you're in the gym and you're looking at it's like a labyrinth. You've never seen something so complicated. Everything's a Rubik's cube. You don't know what you like. Yeah, you could lift something up, but you don't even know you're doing the right way. Yeah, exactly. Because you need to acquire the knowledge. You need to learn the things that people have tried. Or you could just go to the gym and just try yourself. I promise you, eventually one day you're gonna feel what's right. You know, and the only reason anyone's ever perfected working out is because they worked out themselves and they passed on the information. That's good. So, and we need to do that with life. And if you're a scientist, you just take in all the knowledge that we already have, and then if you want to make anything better, you got to try different things and just try different things from which we already know. I know, you know, YouTube's a big thing, and sharing and being connected and knowledge, and like, you know, that's what I'm doing now. I'm starting the YouTube. I want to help people, you know, about health. I'll spread wisdom about health. I'll spread wisdom about fitness. You know, if I had more questions of what people want to ask, I could definitely talk about them. There would probably be a time for that, but right now it's all off the top. So I mean, I was in the sports. I was in the teams. You know, you had the competition. I know what it's like to want to be stronger than the next guy, and I know what it's like to not want to do anything and just play at home and play video games. And like, definitely one feels better than the other, and it's the one that where you're actually doing something versus nothing. When you feel like you do nothing, it's you sometimes feel like that's the only thing you know how to do. You know, how are you gonna go to the gym? I'm gonna be looked at funny, or you're gonna think, no man, everyone's there to look better, so that means they don't think of themselves as 100%. You shouldn't think of yourself perfect. When you go to the gym, everyone's trying to improve. And all you got to do when you go to the gym is just focus on you wanting to improve and know that that's what other people are wanting to do, because that's what the gym is for. That if no one there was never a gym, people would just buy the things. People would just do everything themselves. But no, people like being surrounded by people who are doing the same things. That's why companies all have engineers and everyone's doing engineering. Everyone loves engineering. That's why it's like that. Gyms are meant for people who want to improve, want to work out, want to look good, and that's the only reason why you should be going. Is for the same reasons everyone else is there going. Maybe you just want to go there to get stronger so you could go fight someone. There's going to be someone there who wants to get stronger. Maybe they're not into fighting, but they're going to be competitive in some way. So maybe it's just need to find how can the gym apply to what you're doing. Say you want to be the best video gamer, right? But the best video game out there is like, some really skinny person who's always inside. You're saying, how do I become a better video gamer? Like, I'm not the best. I'm not even close to being the best. The first thing you gotta do, bro, is not be like the people you see. If you're already doing everything you see, that means you need to do something different. That means you need to be a better you, not just a better video gamer. The video game is a console that anyone can play, but you yourself is the thing that can improve. Yeah, that skinny guy might have be better than you, and what does the gym have to play with that? It's because once you realize that you need to become better and you're putting yourself into growing in other ways, everything plays the whole. You need to strengthen the foundation before you can build the roof. You always start from the base and you work your way up. It's the same thing with anything. If you know what everyone else is doing, that means you're at the base and you're not building up until what that tower is to increase. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing if you're a video gamer. Like, say, what are you doing wrong? Why are you not winning all your games? Is it because you're not studying more? Is it because you're not? What do they know that you don't? Are they spending more time? No. Just try to find your own way, and the gym is a factor. It's a stepping stone. First you are you, and then you are the game if you play a video game. So you strengthen yourself first. Go to the gym, do something. Go on a run. And fitness is definitely at its peak. Every girl now wants to go to the gym. The young kids want to go to the gym. Everyone thinks the old people want. My grandpa. I'm getting my grandpa in the gym, man. He's 85. He's big boy status. When he goes to the gym, you know everyone's staring. They're saying, dang, that's a motivated man. I say that. I say that too. It's true. He's 85. You know how I got into the gym? I always saw my grandpa when like 20 something years ago, he'd be like 60. Go to the park early in the morning. He'd go on a run. Watch that sunrise. You know what I'm saying? So we should get that energy. He's living long. And we got to do the same preparations to live long, man. You got to learn from the wise, man. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can be in the gym. I've seen the examples myself, man. You just do your own thing. You don't gotta be doing power cleans, man. To my opinion, people who do power cleans, you need to have that strong foundation. And what I mean is legs, the weight in the legs, weight in the strong weight in the core. Not just big arms, not because you're tall, not because you the weight has to be distributed right when you do a power clean. You pick it up and you drop underneath it, and it's that diversion of weight of lifting. You're using your weight to lift it, and then as it's coming down, you catch it underneath, and you're still at that motion, and it's that continuous up. But you have to move the body right into that upping motion. When you go into life, you gotta go into life in that motion where when you're picking yourself up, right, so you can push your way forward. Right? And if we take the tools and always wanting to be healthy and always wanting to be having a strong fitness, right? Always wanting to be strong foundation, always to have that strong core to live long, to be strong, to adverse to things, you can go to the gym. It's like I'm using it as a broad term as is like you could go on a run if running is your thing. There's either you could run upstairs, you could run through a mountain, you could be a parkour and like do cool little running tricks and stuff. Like you could be a skateboarder. You need strong legs to pop up in the air, man. But you need to be skinny. You need to be like weightless. You need to be able to glide. You need to be able to just float in the air, man. So you can do that. You don't be seeing no big boys skateboarding, and I'll tell you why. Because you need to have balance. You need to have that foundation, and yeah, man, fitness plays a part, and you just need to know how to apply your fitness into your goals and your health. And like the first thing is your health, man. You gotta get that, and it's all from the inside. Everything is from the inside, and what you put inside you is a big key. Because yeah, I know some people gotta eat what they eat, but if you have a choice, you make the right choice. If you have the choice, make the right choice. Not everyone can make the choice, and that is what it is. And if I could change that, I swear I would. I swear I would change it. But it's not like that for everyone. And it is what it is. But we can all head that right direction, and we can improve. And if everyone's on the same page, it's perfect. It really is. And I don't even know about the past. Like everyone must have just been like some crazy. Everyone was just on their shit, I would like to know how, like, as a whole, like at a certain time period in life, if I was to see like a whole of all the humans, how would they look? I think maybe they would be like skinny too, because it would be hard to get food all the time. Always to be able to store food for when you do get hungry, you have it right there. No, people didn't have that luxury either back in the day. I feel like people were generally. They used to say the rich were the fat, and that makes sense. They always got food. Only rich. Okay, I get that. Maybe they were a little skinny back in the day, but do we only get bigger? I mean, is there only a limit to what we can be? But we're not supposed to hold ourselves to limitations. And saying we could always get stronger. We could always work harder in the gym. We could always work harder in anything we do. We can always increase our health. We can better the food we put in. We can study more on the food we put in. We could use a lot of different methods in our health. How can we be the healthiest? What are the best methods to stay clean? How can we live longer? How can I heal myself after this accident better? How can I fix my health? How after this workout I'm sore? How can I get unsore the fastest? What do I need to do so I can keep going? What if you have a tiresome job? And how are you going to get yourself up in the day and doing this job that's every single day, no breaks? Know what I'm saying? Like you're just pushing it, and it's like it's back-breaking. You have a back-breaking job, right? That's a job. You do that to survive, and like usually that's the first step. But you could try to do whatever you do a better way. Say you do some lifting, man. You can learn how to lift the right way. You can, and instead of just say, I can never go to the gym because I always work. I'm too sore. You can use the gym as your way to get unsore. And I'll tell you how is when you do certain types of workouts. Not all the times you're just making yourself worse. I've had times, a lot of times where I felt like the workout was like a massage. I swear to God, I feel when I work out, and I want it to be like that way. I don't want to have a super strainful workout. I just want to get a really good pump, and like I just want to release my muscles. You know what I'm saying? I want to release that energy in the right way. And when I do certain workouts, and it usually is with the back, I hit a good back workout, and it feels like a nice massage. Like I'm moving the muscles. I'm doing it now, and it feels great, nice and slow, right? And I'm using the contraction to pull. Tighten, right? Like you're putting pressure. I'm putting pressure on certain parts of my body, and then I'm releasing it. Like you're getting pushed, like a massage. You're releasing and pushing back. I can do that myself. Realistically, I can. And I'll go to the gym, and also I can do that with any part of my body. I've done it. I've tried it. I attempted it. It wasn't my intention to go to the gym was to, that is me being healthy. To me, being able to not like to be able to move and make myself feel good and be able to go through the next day not feeling sore, for an example, but I'm still in the lifting, I'm still doing the workouts needed, I'm still doing what my body wants me to do. And you say, how can you really decide what your body wants you to do? Man, you choose that. You choose the right thing. Anything that's growth is good. But you can have a growth of something bad too, and that's bad. But a growth in anything is good in its own way. If we think a growth of something bad is bad, but that bad thinks it's good, we can say it's bad, and then they can have their own opinion. But something is growing for a certain thing. You could have a growing thing of ants, right? That's freaking terrible. More ants? No. More spiders? No. But to them, they're increasing their population. They're increasing their work size, their workforce, their army. That is good to them. Being able to have more and being able to survive with more, that is good. It's good in its own way, and to us, bad can also be good. And if we just we can find that good way in that bad. If we're in the cold, right, and you're putting on weight, then maybe that weight is good for you, or certain situations, like you can find the good in the bad, in the bad and the good. And so let me tell you a little bit of my fitness. So I've actually competed into a competition, and it was for teen beach aesthetics. So I was supposed to go into I was trim swim trunks, and I just hit the poses that I'm supposed to hit, and I did that, and I had never been into a competition before, but I had a friend who was really into working out and everything, and so he kind of helped me and guided me to do the event and gave me the encouragement to at least try. I personally love to try things for the first time. I love to try things. To do something that you've never done is a great thing. To go through that adversity. And that's what I want to do. Even if I thought I was going to lose, right? I thought I was you know what? I didn't prep myself long enough like a lot of people do, like how you're supposed to do it. I didn't follow the guidebook, but I was already going to the gym. I was already doing my thing and progressing on myself. I wasn't doing it for a competition. I had never done it, so I wanted to try it. And however I was at that moment before the competition, that's how I was. I did prep a little bit because I got into it a little bit. I got into wanting to do the competition, but not 8 weeks before. It was 2 weeks before I signed up. 2 weeks. I swear to God. But I was already a certain type of fit, right? I was rocking the 8-pack. 8-pack. People don't believe it, man. I don't believe it sometimes. It's the 8-pack. I got it. And I always worked on my abs. I always try to be nice and cut. And whenever I just focused on it a lot, I need to get really cut for this, and I need to work on my diet for the last 2 weeks. I feel like my diet can change in the 2 weeks. And it did in a certain way. And I ended up winning. The thing, and I was supposed to go to Florida for this other event, and it was supposed to, but I had to pay, and I had met the people around there, and I met everyone, and they feel I just felt like it wasn't my scene. There was the people taking the steroids. I saw them, and for the other ones, and there was people who it's their life, man. Just to all they care about is just that, and they're just so. It wasn't me. It just wasn't me. I enjoy fitness, but I enjoy it for the health. I don't do it for the gratification. Maybe my own gratification, but it's really not just for that. It's really if I'm improving, I see myself looking better. It's not because I'm just looking better. It's because I actually am becoming better. I'm changing myself in a better way. What we prove to be better, it's not because it's just because we believe it's better. It's because when we do abs, right? This is an example. If we do abs, why do they just become tighter? Why do they just show more? It's your body showing you that you're doing good and it's becoming stronger. It's a visual, and we know what the best visual is, right? And whenever you see that visual of the abs showing, some people think abs are gross if they're too abby, right? I've had girls say that they like the meat. I understand, but that's your body showing you that you're improving. is by looking at yourself. And when you see yourself improving, that is a very good aspect to have, because when you're improving and you see yourself growing, you can grow in any other way. You can go to the next step, or you can grow in one thing, grow in the other, and it's all that foundation to the bigger picture. And then it can be the same with your health, man. You can do the same with your health. Yeah, you don't wanna lose. It's too hard to lose weight. It's not your appetite. But once you start losing the size, man, you know you're getting healthier, man. You know you're gonna live longer in the future. And I know I might be young, but I can be talking this. I'm talking to you old cats too, man. Listen, man, listen. You can do it. I have a father, man. I keep trying to get him into the gym. He has that back-breaking job. He doesn't want to get into the gym. He's too tired. But man, you can do it for that reason, to not feel tired. You can do it because once you reach that level, man, going through the day is nothing. It's nothing. And as I'm waking up and coming and doing this show, man, it's nothing to me now. It's nothing. I'm not scared. I'm doing it for a cause, man. I see myself improving, and I know it's because I'm doing. It's not just for me. I'm doing it for the bigger aspect of what I'm trying to get into. And I know you guys can get into that aspect too of doing what you need to do, because that's what you want to do. And yeah, guys, like, there's nothing holding us back. There's nothing. We can reach the stars, my guys. We can reach the stars, and that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna look like stars doing it. You know. I almost didn't come in today, guys. I'm serious. I came in a little late. My grandpa had to go to work. Not work. What am I saying? He had to go to church, and he had to take the car that I used to get to here. So I said, yeah, no problem. Take the truck. Take the truck. I don't care. So he took the truck, and then the office. Usually this is the place where I go in the morning. So during the afternoons and stuff, there's people here. So the people were here, so I had to come a little bit after that. So I came here, but I said every day, I'm going to come here no matter what, every day. I'm going to do a video, and I'm going to try to help people. I'm going to try to get heard. I'm going to grow my foundation, guys. I'm going to grow it, and I'm going to go for that big cause. I'm going to shoot big, guys. Don't doubt me. All those who doubt me, man, I'm doing this so people don't have to doubt themselves, because I don't doubt myself, not anymore. I'm not gonna doubt myself no more. I'm just gonna do it. And that's what all of us should be doing. We should be doing it, guys. Just do it. Like Nike, just do it. But thanks, guys, for listening. Hey, like and subscribe if you like the video. Thumbs down if you don't. Give me the details. Hey, just discuss something if you want to discuss something. Just drop in the comment. We can talk about it. But I always enjoy doing these shows. Hey, if you got this far, thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. And, till the next episode, guys. Howdy. Y'all have a good day, okay?